Okay, today we're going to talk about ZBrush UI and how you can customize it. So you will notice if you ever get going in sculpting, you do the same task over and over and over again, or at least many times throughout a sculpt. And to save some time, to make it more convenient, you can completely customize where buttons are located. So I'm going to drop in a mesh. You'll notice when you do that, you just get more options. So I've got the subtool, geometry, etc. So right now, symmetry is turned on. Okay, we can see that. It's sculpting on this side as well as this side. But if I wanted to turn that off, I've got to go to transform and then click the button. Okay, and now it's off. And then if I wanted to get it again, transform, go down to activate symmetry, and now it's back on. So it seems like it's not a big deal. But even that tiny little thing, if you're doing it multiple times, it gets annoying. So we're going to fix that. We're going to go to Preferences, down to Config, and then Enable Customize. You'll notice that you get a little bit more space on the top and bottoms of your screen when you click that button. And we also have these little kind of collapsible palettes. If you double click, we can open these up and just have more space to store our custom buttons if we want. So I am going to, all right, Enable Customize is on. I'm going to move this Activate Symmetry. So on a PC, you're going to hold Control and Alt. I believe on a Mac, it's Control and Option, and then left click and drag. And I'm going to place it right up here. Hey, that's great. So now you'll notice Symmetry is on, and I can click this, Symmetry is off. So that button is currently there, which is super nice. So I'm going to do the same thing for the x-axis. I'm going to put that right there. Let me just do that for the y. That looks great. So now I have these buttons. Basically, you need to go through and just think about things that you use often. For me, Activate Symmetry is one of those things. Another one, when I am doing lots of turntables or movies, right, I go down here and I change all these settings. I like to dock this on the left-hand side. So I'm going to get rid of this brush. So I can click this little button here. And then if I go to Movie, and I can hit this little white button in the top left corner, and it's going to dock over there. And then I can collapse this when I'm not using it. So that's another way that we can do this. Another way to make some shortcuts with the UI is with our brushes. So let's say my favorite brush in the whole world is clay buildup. It's not. It's definitely one of them. I like it a lot. But let's say I hate going in here and changing my brushes. I'm going to put it at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we have clay buildup selected, and I'm going to go to Brush. And then we are going to grab this guy right here. It's clay buildup. If we were to move this one, watch what happens. So Control, Alt, left click and drag, and let's put it right there. It's actually removed that button, and that's not quite what I want to do. So I'm going to put that back. And I select the brush. At the top left, I can go to Brush. And don't do this one. Do this one right here. Control, Alt, left click and drag. Now I've got my clay buildup brush. Let's say I also want Move Topological. So I have to select it. Click the brush. Oh, I'm sorry. Go up to Brush. And then this guy here, not this one. This will remove the button just like the other one. This is the one. Control, Alt, left click and drag. Now I have Move Topological. So I can do this for as many brushes as I'd like to. Just a quick way to get buttons and save some time. And then to save this for next time, we go to Preferences and then Store Config. It's going to store that configuration. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to do this every single time you start ZBrush. And then hit OK. So for an example, I'm going to shut this down. No, I do not wish to save those changes. Let's load ZBrush back up. and make sure our changes have been saved. Hey, looky there, we have our custom UI. Our buttons are down there, and let me drop in a shape or a mesh, and you can see my activate symmetry is there, and my clay buildup, and my move topological brush is also there.